Recording in progress.
I got my paycheck Friday, hit that live stream fast, dreaming about a gold auto, maybe number to the last. But I picked my teams like I was picking fate. Now I'm sitting here crying with a pile of cards I hate. Yeah. Oh, I got nothing but bass, no shimmer, no shine. That breaker said heat, but it sure ain't mine. I'm watching folks pull monsters while I'm sitting down. Every box they rip, my dreams get ripped right out. Feel the best. There's a 101 downtown, going to some guy named Joe. I got a punter's rookie card from 3 seasons ago. The chat says L and I just nod along. Even my kids say, Dad, your luck's all wrong. Oh, I got nothing but bass, no color, no chrome. Pull the checklist insert, now I'm crying alone. Breaker said spicy, man, it's mild at best. And I paid top dollar for this cardboard mess. Now I ain't bitter. Okay, maybe I am. I just want one hit to throw on the ground. But I keep buying breaks like it's some kind of curse. My PC's getting full, but my wallet's getting worse. Well, I got nothing but bass, no slab-worthy flair. My top loader's empty, just cold hobby air. One day I'll hit big, that's what I always say. But for now it's bass cars and bills to pay. Oh hey, little bit. Y'all ever seen someone pull 4 kicker autos in one break? Yeah, that's me.
Recording stopped.
Wow, that was fun, man. I just wanted to make a video before I went live of that little music that I made with my AI. I think I just freaking, every time I listen to it, I like it more and more and more. So hope you guys will enjoy that as the beginning to the Hobby Heartbeat live. That's right. These are live. I appreciate those people who've been viewing it, the support, the comments, the feedback, even the criticism. Like, what was one of them? Like, see how long he sticks with this? Look, I've got content creator ADD, but I do think I got some pretty good creative ideas. So when I have them, I'm just going to go ahead and throw them out there. Today, I got a lot of content. It's Friday. I got a lot to share with you guys. Professor Sports Card dropped a video today that you must go watch. If you haven't already, go check out Sports Card Professor video. It's incredible. I'll go into it in a moment. Incredible video. Oh, real quickly, reminder right now, guys, right now, it is June 13th, Friday the 13th, and somewhere they are making a card at Fanatics that's going to be worth $1 million next year. I don't know where. I don't know what card it is, but it's going to happen. It's happening right now. They're making it's in production. Maybe it's being printed. Maybe they're just designing. But you see what I'm saying? Trust me. Neo likes comic repacks? Question mark? I love this. Sports Card Madness. Sports Card Madness had Brian Gray on. I have to say, every time I listen to Brian Gray, I wish I got more Brian Gray. And then he talks about all the content he's going to do, and he's going to put this show out, and he's going to do this, and he has it, man. And I really wish he would, Brian. In fact, next time I see you, I think I'm going to say to you, look, let's make a damn show together. I'm just going to schedule it. I'm going to call you every week, and you're just going to jump on the show, and you just show up, man. Because when you show up, dude, there's just something. There's a gem. We're going to talk about that too. Everybody's declaring the end of the hobby. I saw EDI Sports said, hobby's dying, and somebody else said hobby's dying, and the vintage sports card chat guys telling you the hobby's dying. I'm telling you, it ain't dying, guys. It's stronger than ever, and it's not going to go anywhere, and I'll tell you why later. Reminder, Carlos is live tonight. I wanted to go live now because I want to get ready. Carlos is live at, I think, 8. I won't listen to the whole show, but I do enjoy it. There's some content I need to follow up. I got to follow up with Go GTS last night. They do their live show. I'm excited. Friday, we're into the weekend. Good weekend content. Starting with Sports Card Madness dropped their video this morning. I have a video queued up. I think I'm dropping it tomorrow. Top 5 reasons Fanatics Fest will suck. It's hilarious. It's a parody, okay? I hope people don't get offended by it and critical about it, but it's just a parody. It's 5 really good points that I think you will enjoy listening to when you watch the video. I will be at Fanatics Fest. I'm super excited. Don't come like it's a big deal. I'm just saying I'll be there. If you see me, come say hi. I'll shake your hand or whatever, chit chat, whatever, cool with that. But it's no big deal. I will be incognito. I'm not going to be with any cameraman, and there'll be no bodyguards. Boston Tea Party. Oh, by the way, there is the Beckett Conference next week. You guys remember that? The Beckett Conference is next week in Las Vegas. Anybody going? Anybody going? Polling. Anybody going? I might go. I might go to the Beckett Conference next week in Las Vegas. You guys tell me if you and anybody who's attending going to that. I hear it's sold out. I know it's crazy, but I hear it's sold out. PSA rumors are buzzing. We'll talk about that in a moment. And then EQL at Fanatics Fest. If you haven't already seen this, I put a video together on my Authentic Sports Card Dad channel showing you how you register for the EQL online if you're attending. You have to be attending Fanatics Fest. You cannot do this if you're not attending. You have to attend Fanatics Fest to get the EQL drops. Is it worth it? I don't know. I can tell you this. If you buy a box at the EQL drop at Fanatics Fest, you can turn around and sell the box immediately. What you sell it for is up to you. That's your choice. Okay, let's start top of the hour. 6 minutes in, did a little music video. Guys, thanks for being here. Really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. I see people come in and come out. I understand. That's how life is, man. Life is come in, come out. Should move this a little bit over here to there we go. Okay. Do you remember the story about the guy who stole the cards from the FedEx drop-off at the card show last year? $2 million in vintage cards were dropped off at the Best Western, and some guy stole them. Well, Professor Sports Card had put together a phenomenal video showing you footage from the police cameras and the police interviews, all which is, what am I looking for? Freedom of Information Act. Freedom of Information Act. It's all available information. It's out there. The police do with their badge cameras and all stuff. It's out there. Very cool video. I'm not going to read it for you. Check it out. Check it out. I mean, everything from the raid where they pick up the stolen cards and they have the search warrant to the guy who gives information to the sentencing. Wow, good shit. It did make me think, and I did mention this to Professor Sports Card. If you heard me, I was trying to send you information on this. Panini, if you remember, in 2023 had a break-in at the offices there, and I'd love to see the camera footage on that. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see the interviews. Whatever you could find on that would be really cool. Okay. Moving on. Neo did a cool video on comic repacks. And my takeaway from this was I loved how he explained how curious is an interest of trying it. And I will say this is one of those things where it's hard to do this, man. It's hard to put yourself in someone else's perspective and see why they do what they do. But if you do that, it's very, very valuable. It's hard for me to do that. There are certain things, like, for example, I do not like repack sports cards. I have bad reasons, experiences, whatever it is for it. Most of them are probably over-exaggerated as I've become more and more accepting of the repack industry. I would love to do comic repacks. It just makes me think to myself, what else can we repack? Like, they're repacking Cheetos. I mean, I just see the sky's the limit here. If they start repacking comics, and that works, and this is Courtyard.io, by the way. Courtyard.io was repacking cards, and now they're repacking comics. And I'll be with Nia. I think it's June 17th is the release date. I'm probably going to buy a repack comic. I don't even really collect comics. Actually, I don't collect comics at all. No, that's not true. I have a comic book collection. Where the hell did I put my comic book collection, man? Mostly Walking Dead comics. Anyway, I'll find that later on. That's not important. But I'm interested in the repack. Sports Card Madness and Brian Gray. Great conversation, guys. Great conversation today. I encourage you to listen to the entire interview. My first takeaway listening to it was Brian Gray basically came in and debunked a lot of what that grader, and I say that grader. When I first heard Sports Card Madness, it was their interview with the notorious anonymous grader from Beckett, who just had every shitty story you could hear about grading. He was telling you everything he could say. And it just was like, and here's the thing I didn't like about it. None of it was like he firsthand saw it. It was like, he's just telling you this And he's a grader. He used to work at Bracket, and that really bothered me. And I remember, you can ask Nick this. I toasted them on the comments about that. I didn't believe the guy was real. They brought the guy back on, really just validate some of the stuff that I questioned. And I would just say this: Brian Gray validated what I said. Is that I just don't think this guy had legit information. I think he said a lot of stuff that was exaggerated. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and a lot of people take out of context. Go listen to Brian Gray. Like him or hate him or whatever. I love Brian Gray's perspective on the hobby and what he talks about. Another really interesting story about Brian Gray told that I want to say I heard the story somewhere else. Was it on another YouTube channel? I don't think Brian told me this directly, but Brian Gray was involved in the original Beckett authentication services. The Beckett authentication team, which is run, I won't say run, but includes Steve Grad. Those guys left PSA. And listening to Brian tell you the story, it's very interesting. He's like, well, I went to Joe Orlando, and Joe Orlando didn't want to play. And he goes, so I became their agent, and I shopped them out, and I got them Beckett authentication services. And to hear what he says about how much business Beckett authentication does compared to the other authentication companies, mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. Amazing to me. I'm just shocked by it. And again, listen to the interview. Really, really good stuff. Those are two topics themselves alone. I will say what was really interesting to me was listening to Brian's, I feel like I'm hearing some like high-pitched scream or something like that. Listening to Brian's perspectives on Beckett and what they should do. Very interesting to hear. When he was talking about PSA and if I was at Beckett, and like for example, he kept saying I have a full utmost trust in Kevin over there at Beckett, and he knows the industry and blah blah blah. My only comment, I'm going to simply say this, guys, as somebody who's been following all these companies, right? What the hell is Beckett doing? I mean, I think that's the number one question everybody would like to ask is, like, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You announced collectivists, I don't know, months ago. You announced $250 million of funding, or I don't know. What are you doing? What are you doing? I will say, to answer the question, guys, they have a conference next week. The conference is sold out. I don't know if it's sold out. The grading package is sold out or something like that. I'm very much considering going out to Las Vegas for the Beckett conference. Now, I'll be honest, it's not the only reason I'm going out there. I've got some other business in the area, and it's a fun place to visit personally. But I'm seriously thinking about checking out the lobby, walking around where the Beckett conference is going on, and find out what the hell's going on. Like, where's the media on this? Like, Beckett, what are you doing? PSA is potentially merging with GameStop, and I love that because I thought it was interesting. And we're just going to twist here real quickly. Jeff came out with that little thing. I talked to Nat, and Nat says no. Oh God, Jeff, oh my God, that's like such a high school move, dude. It's like, I heard Mary and Billy are going to be going to prom together, but Mary hasn't told Billy's girlfriend, or you know what I'm saying? And just like, no, I talked to them. They said that's not true. Jeff, they're going to lie to you. You're saying, like, even the words, he told me they're not getting acquired by GameStop, or GameStop's not acquiring them. I look at it as it could be a merger. I also don't get it as, I don't care. I hope it happens. I won't lie to you. I kind of really do hope PSA GameStop happen. Why? Because I think the alternative is more concerning, and that would be Fanatics GameStop. Don't we want a little bit of balance in the empire, right? Don't we want a few monopolies in the empire? Well, I'll say monopolies. Monopolies is not the right word. Few strong companies, and I'll go back to, where the hell is Beckett? You got PSA, nobody else. There's not a close second. I know CGC looks good, but I haven't seen CGC at all. In fact, I will tell you, I'm talking to CGC about grading my VFriend cards, because I hear they do really, really good job with them. But anyway, I don't know what to say, man. PSA, Beckett, what's going on? You tell me. Okay. Declaring the end. I'm going to hit this one pretty quickly and light. I'll just give you my point to this. I keep hearing this negativity about the hobby's dead, collecting's dead, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care. I've been here long enough to realize it's not dead. You're not going to kill it, and I don't care. You'll probably be gone, you who making the criticism, and the hobby is definitely going to still be here. Like, I'm not worried about it. I also want to quickly point out, I did watch, I think I said this yesterday too, Jeff Wilson had his son completing a set of Pokemon. It just felt so staged. It just didn't, I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me. Right now, remember I told you right now they're making a card worth $1 million. That is why this hobby's not dead. That is why this hobby's not dead. Because when we were a kid, you had to wait a long time before you could even think about having a card worth $1 million. You had to work your way up to that shit, or you had to have a card you had to hold on to. Your grandfather died from in a war that he stuck into an envelope and mailed to your grandmother. dude, that doesn't happen anymore. Now they make cards worth $1 million. They're making them right now. They're making them right now. The cards are being made. Like, and I'll give you a perfect example of that. It's June 13th right now. They've already pulled that patch off Jack Caglione, and that thing's going to be made into a debut patch. It will come out sometime in 2026. That's 2026, the fall of 2026, and that card will be worth over $1 million. That's my guess right now. Just one example. Just one quick example. Going to close with just a few things here at 15 minutes now. Fanatics Fest. I am actually very excited for Fanatics Fest. I did make a parody video. You'll see. I think it drops tomorrow. I don't want to drop it today because I don't want to put too much stuff on my very, very slow channel. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I wish I had VIP access. I really do. I'm bummed. I'm also really trying to think about what to do with my sons. I wanted to bring my sons. It's so expensive to bring them. I'm thinking if I can have them work it off by standing in lines and getting the exclusive product drops for me, and that might be balancing off the cost of having them. I got a lot going on next week with possibly being in Vegas. Do I go from Vegas back to DC and then go up from DC to New York, or do I go from Vegas straight out to New York? You know, these are things I'm thinking about right now. Please check out my video when it does post later on. If you haven't already, I'm going to remind you also on the Authentic Sports Card Dad YouTube channel is my EQL Fanatics Fest registration. How to register Fanatics Fest EQL. I do recommend doing that. There's 3 drops. Series 2, which get this, a Series 2 hobby box is $300, man. Just because it has a few refractors in it. That seems criminal. It really does. Tops, it seems criminal, man. I mean, they're 100 and something bucks for just a regular, like last year it was Topps Chrome, so you were getting a Chrome product, you know what I'm saying? But this is paper. This is paper, $300, man. And then you got an F1 product. I really don't understand F1. I will get it. I will. I'll flip it. Probably flip it to a friend of mine. Got a friend of mine right now. You know who you are, friend. And then that Travis Scott stuff, if I got that, I'd flip it because, again, that will cover something because I'm not a big fan of Travis Scott stuff. I'd say the box that I'd want the most is probably a Series 2, which is sad to say that, huh? Oh, there should be other exclusive drops. The lids, these hats, they're dropping there on the 20th. Last year, they were very popular, sold out on day one. I wonder how they'll do. That's it, man. That's all. We're going to take you out of here with a little bit of music.
Here's a fun parody song in a country blues style called To the tune of a classic slow country blues. I got my paycheck Friday, hit that live stream fast, dreaming about a gold auto, maybe number to the last. But I picked my teams like I was picking fate. Now I'm sitting here crying with a pile of hate.
Nothing, no sugar, no shine. He ain't mine. Sitting crying.
There's a 101 downtown, going to some guy named Joe. I got a punter's rookie card from 3 seasons ago. The chat says L and I just nod along. Even my kids say, Dad, your luck's all wrong. Oh, I got nothing but bass, no color, no chrome. Pull the checklist insert, now I'm crying alone. Breaker said spicy, man, it's mild at best. And I paid top dollar for this cardboard mess. Now I ain't bitter. Okay, maybe I am. I just want one hit to throw on the ground. But I keep buying breaks like it's some kind of curse. My PC's getting full, but my wallet's getting worse. Well, I got nothing but bass, no slab or any flare. My top loader's empty, just cold hobby air. One day I'll hit to pay. Oh, hey, a little bit. Y'all ever seen someone pull 4 kicker autos in one break? Yeah, that's me.
4 kicker autos. Peace out, guys.